Menopause gave me purpose. I can't even believe I say that, but that is really the truth. I had no idea what was going on in my life, and I had no idea what was going to happen after. But I found something really different in myself. So I want women to not feel afraid. When it comes to what to do, as we know, everybody goes through it differently. But I think the most important thing is to be able to have that conversation with a doctor or somebody who specializes in menopause and can give you some of the options. And there are some different options. Some women opt for lifestyle changes, solely lifestyle changes. That's what they want to do. Other women say, you know what, I need something more. I'm dealing with brain fog, the hot flashes, I'm having 15 of them a day. I can't deal with this anymore. Hormone therapy is a very viable option for a lot of women. Only 4% of women really are on hormone therapy. So we look at the rest and we're saying, what are they doing? Are they struggling every day? So I look at a couple of things. I look at sleep as the number one priority, no matter what. I don't think you can do any of the other things if you don't get sleep, if you don't figure out how to prioritize that. The second thing I really paid attention to was the protein I was putting in my body. I grew up as one of the ones that was like, I'll stay on the treadmill all day long, do my cardio, and I guess I'll lift some weights, but I don't really want to do that. Strength training now has risen to the top of my list. It's really, really important to protect your bone health. The third thing, we look at food and we look at inflammation and we look at trying to get control of that because that is very, very real. And I didn't know how important that was. In my 20s and 30s, I'm like, I'll eat what I want. I'll do what I want. I'll play how I want to play. And I'll worry about being older when I'm older. And so I get excited for women who are in their 30s right now that can say, all right, I'm going to look at inflammatory foods. I'm going to try to increase my fiber. I'm going to try to pay attention to what is causing bloating because bloating is a big problem during this time. I try to establish as many healthy habits as I can, but I know it's not always going to be perfect. So you got to give yourself a little grace. And then I think the final thing would be stress management, which I know is easier said than done, but I think it's really, really important. And I think part of that comes with having somebody to talk to. I think it's having community, having loved ones understand. I feel very sad when I look at the decades of women who felt they didn't have anybody to share this with. They didn't share it with partners. They didn't share it with families. Maybe they whispered about it with other women. And we went to DC at the end of last year and we sat there with one of the lawmakers who said, this is the first time that we've uttered the word menopause out loud in this building. That's unbelievable to me.